for joining me for this day 2 of our 5-day mindful, heartful, nowful reminders and release of all that stuff that's binded up our system from 2018. Tonight, we are going to be trying to break free from some of those limitations, those personal limitations, those things we put on ourselves, the riders we have on everything that we do for ourselves. And then when we don't succeed and we don't pull through with those amazing miracles we promised ourselves, we fall into those same ruts of self-depreciation, of not feeling like you can be successful, that success is right there waiting at the door, waiting for you to open it and claim it for your life, for your experience, for all of those amazing, wonderful possibilities that you have coming into your life. What are the limitations? Almost always those limitations lie with us. They get stuck in our operating system of our self, of our divinity, of our physicality, where we are, who we are. And when we get wrapped up in all that BS, all that extra stuff, it holds us back from our best, highest, most amazing potential that we have for this life, this time. So this evening, we're going to be sharing a little bit. I shared with you that bowl for the solar plexus. We're going to do a little bit of sound together, a little bit more connecting, a little bit more breaking through those barriers. The first thing I wanted to kind of just bring back in as I was thinking about what to talk about for this idea, all the things we need to let go of. One of the first things was letting go of those limitations that we put on ourselves, right? So what are they? It made me think of there was this movie called Quantum. I think it was just Quantum Healing. It was by Deepak Chopra. It was from like the 90s. He put it together, I think with Elmer Green and the people from his organization. And in this documentary, it goes through and he talks about all the different ways of quantum healing. In the very beginning of it, he shows this image of a goldfish in a tank. And the goldfish has been in this tank for its entire life. Now, a partition was placed in the center of the tank. Partition, just a wall. This wall happens to be made of glass. So as this glass wall went into this fish tank, goldfish didn't see it. Oop, bumped into it. Oop, bumped into it. Oop, bumped into it. After the 10,000th time of bumping into it, it knows that it's there. It respects it as a boundary. How many things in your life have you run into and hit over and over and over and over and over and over again until you finally respect it as a boundary? And what I say by that is, you're creating your own limitation. Whether that's someone telling you that you're not good enough, or whether that's you telling yourself that you're not good enough, or that you're not enough, or all those things in your life that you've been trying to amount up to and to be and to embrace and to have. It's just out of your reach, right? There's always that next thing, even though it's all right in this point now. So what I really want you guys to bring in tonight as we do this meditation together is to be aware of your own limitations. After they took that glass partition out, the goldfish didn't know any different. It stayed in its area of the tank. It had no reason to go further. It didn't realize that those limitations were only illusions, just like our own are. Every day, every moment, every negative, stinking thinking thought that we get into, where we doubt ourselves, or we say, oh, this again? It doesn't have to be this again. It's your perception. It's the way that you play out your story. And in your story, you write the book. You make the decisions. You decide what it is, how it should look, how you can make the best of it, or embrace the worst of it, as some people tend to do, right? all these self-imposed limitations, that's just what they are. They're put there to help us. Because if we find too much lack of success, we lose our drive, our stamina. And what is our drive? What is our purpose? What is our stamina, our passion? That sits right in our solar plexus, that me state, the ego. And the ego creates those walls for us to protect us, but also to limit us. And so as we break down those barriers, this isn't about taking down the whole ego. Don't get me wrong. This is just a quick meditation for you to release those things that you've built up into your own system, so that in this next year, you can claim all those parts that you've let sit by the sideline for too long in your life. So as with all things, let's all start with a breath together. Ready? Deep breath in. Holding it, being present with it. Breathing out slow and easy. Releasing your worry, releasing your fears, releasing those old patterns you keep finding yourself sitting in. Take another deep breath in again with me. Deep into your belly, holding it there, sipping in some more. And a little bit more. Just be with that. Be with that place. With where you are. In your body. Move your awareness now to any uncomfortable spots in your body. Any places where you feel that tension, that tightness, that soreness, all that stuff from your week built up. Because we're going to let it go for a second. Take another deep breath into that. Be with that pain for a second. Be with that uncomfortableness. Sit there with it. Let it linger for a moment. Feel it sting and then breathe it out. Slow and easy. Feel it unfurl. Feel it relax. Feel it release just a little bit more. Another deep breath in. This time find another spot in your body that's feeling that ache. Feeling that discomfort, dis-ease. Holding that pattern of negativity for your life. And breathe through it. Breathing out. Feeling yourself relax more and more. As you center into yourself. This is an examination of the self. We're going to notice our limitations. We're going to notice those extra feelings that we have that we get so strung up in. So much anxiety, so much held expectations with how we need to be. This isn't expectations about the way that the rest of the world needs to be. This is about how we expect ourselves to be. And when we don't fit those roles that we've already held for ourselves and those patterns, it creates us to have a certain dissonance. And in this dissonance, we build these spots where we hold our anger, we hold our fear, we hold our frustration, all those things with ourselves. This might create all kinds of issues, breathing issues, heart issues, issues with digestion, with breaking down your emotions into a better context, not being sucked back into that ego battle every time something happens. Let's take another deep breath in again. Deep into your belly, holding it there, being present. I want you to breathe in, breathe out through your solar plexus. Breathe out. Feel it come through your center. Like it's coming right out through your diaphragm. Breathing in again. Deep, full breath, holding it there in your diaphragm and your solar plexus. Sipping in some more. Holding it tightly there for a second. Tense up your stomach muscles for a second. And just hold that strength there. Like you're trying to suck it in for a picture. Just be there with it. And then breathe it out really easy. Feel it just begin to unravel. Like it's taking apart those pieces. Now as you continue to breathe and continue to relax, I want you to focus your attention and your awareness inside your body. And as you breathe in this time, I want you to imagine yourself opening a vast cave inside your heart. so that each breath brings you deeper into this open space inside of you, till you find yourself in this large, vast, open cave. Each breath bringing you deeper, more perfectly into stillness. Breathing in again. Connecting with the self. Here in the space in your heart, I want you to call in to your awareness right in front of you, because we're in your mind, where you have unlimited potential, unlimited access to everything. Opening up, seeing a mirror there in front of you. Looking into this mirror, you see yourself just as you always are. And now, I want you to see those limitations. I want you to see them like shells around you. Almost like you're creating this barrier, this wall, this armory around yourself. See the way it's shaped. Does it look metallic? Does it look like a brick wall? Does it look like it's made of rubber to bounce off things? Is it imaginary? Is it made of glass? See those shells that you have created around you. Like a barrier, like a wall. As you look at yourself beneath all the layers, you see yourself there safely. You connect with that safety. It feels like you are comfortable there. It feels like you don't have to be vulnerable. Nothing can hurt you. And now from this space, we're going to begin to crack some of those shells. So you're going to feel it like an ache. Almost like a little bit of discomfort for a second as we crack through each layer. Now I want you to breathe in fully and completely. As you breathe in, I want you to hold your awareness there for a second. With each out breath, you're going to release another layer. Ready? So holding your breath, sit in some more. Ready? With the out breath, now release. Feel that shell just crack, crumble, fall off of you. Taking a deep breath in again. Breathing out slow and easy, letting the sound unravel. Breathing in again. Each layer freeing your experience. Breathing in deeply and fully now. Allowing the sound to continue to break through layer after layer, limitation after limitation. And as the sound moves through it and around it, feel that lightness, feel that relief wash over you as each veil, each shell cracks and crumbles away. Each breath bring you further and further back to yourself, back to that being beyond the shells, feeling yourself, all the parts of you, the difficult, the amazing, being with them. Taking a deep breath in, connecting to the love that you are, the love that you feel for yourself, forgiving yourself for your past, forgiving yourself for your present, forgiving yourself for holding on to what this future needs to be, and for holding on to what it looked like for you, for your life, for your perception, for your ideas of how you have to be in the world. Understanding that you are balanced, that you are a combination of the physical, the spiritual, the light and the dark. Embracing all of this deep in your heart, in your center point. Feeling that flame within grow brighter as you are confident in your divinity, in your now. One last full deep breath in with me. Holding it. Sipping in some more. We'll do one last Om together so you can feel it, we can connect through it. We all connect with the one. Last deep breath. Breathing out with Om. Ready? Feeling that renewed sense of purpose, of drive, that inflamed passion coming back to your life now. Claim it, become it, realize your now is what you choose it to be, and that those limitations are self-imposed, and that you can free your life, you can heal your life, and you can become your now. Thank you so much for joining me here. And if you want to give this a share or whatever, it's great to see you. It's great to be sharing in this healing growth experience as we move forward into the next year. So thank you all very much. Have a wonderful evening and a blessed experience. Namaste.